Sam Altman, the founder of ChatGPT, once did an interview that the number one trait for success that he noticed isn't the typical things we think of. It wasn't having more time. It wasn't having money and resources. It wasn't discipline and grit. In fact, it's something that we all have within us, but many of us don't take it as serious as we should. And I'm going to share with you today exactly what that is and how to program into your mind. And what that is, guys, is delusional self-belief. As the title says, you can't be realistic if you want to genuinely change your life. And today I'm going to break down exactly why that is so. Now, why should you listen to me? Why are you here? I have been studying the brain, the mind, consciousness for over 10 years now on how to create your personal reality. I have a clear understanding and breakdown on exactly how to transform your identity as your identity drives the results in your life. So how you can actually change your identity to change your personal reality. I'm also built a multiple six-figure business that's made me over $1 million by 25. Today, we're going to go over a few main points. The number one is why you actually need to be delusional. Like, you can't just have self-belief, but you need to be delusional in your self-belief. Two is why, how to make an anchor so strong that you naturally get pulled towards your vision. That going through the challenges that you're going to go through because it's a part of growth is easy for you. Next, what we're going to go over is the compounding effect. How to really actually predict where you're going to be in the next 5-10 years. Lastly, we're going to go over the perspective shift of self-belief. So the positives that comes when you start to change your belief system. And lastly, I'm going to share with you also on how to actually genuinely get started with this. All right. So if you like this video, guys, if this helps you level up, make sure you like and subscribe below. Why do you need to be delusional? Neuroscience shows this. I'm going to break down kind of how the brain works, how the mind works, and that's how it's going to make sense. The reason why you need to be delusional when it comes to changing your life is because who you are right now is a construction. You have this strong sense of self. Your mind has put you in this box, and you call this box your identity, okay? Who I think I am. Your identity is who you believe you are. Now, how the brain works is that your brain is a prediction machine. It's not trying to find the truth in life. It's not trying to find the success in life. What your brain's job is to keep you safe and secure. It wants to keep you alive, okay? And the best way it's going to do that is it's going to look into the past and try to recreate the past into your future, always trying to predict the future. So that's why you often might find if you've ended up in a poor household growing up, you might find yourself in poverty in the future. If you've been abused before in relationships in the past, you might find yourself in those abusive relationships in the future, even though it doesn't make any sense. But the reason why is because it doesn't need to make sense. The brain just wants predictability because it knows that if it has predictability, it has safety, it's secure, it knows that, okay, I can survive here. Same thing with your identity, your sense of self. This is the construction of who you believe you are. This is how you fit into society and the world. So we want to keep that strong sense of self over and over and over and over again. The problem with that is that most of us, as you see, most of us don't follow our dreams. Why? Because most of us don't genuinely believe in ourselves or our ability to create the dreams that we want. We think it's all an illusion. We think it's all just la la land, right? We think, oh, that's not realistic. It's all programming. Nobody wants to not follow their dreams, right? So we need to buy into the story that it's not possible, that we can't do it. But the reason why that is just a protection layer for the identity. Because your belief systems are the instructions for your brain to follow to then go reconfirm that in reality. So when you're trying to change your life, the reason why you need to be delusional is because your life right now is going to reflect to you, because your outer life results is a reflection of your internal world. How that works is that your belief systems create the thoughts and emotions that you have. Thoughts and emotions held over time, neurons that fire together, wire together, will form your identity. Your natural behaviors, your natural motivations, your natural actions, your focus on things, your perspective comes from this identity, this sense of self. So you take action based off that, and that's what produces results in your life. So if you want to law of attraction, right? If you want to manifest a new reality, you need to align your identity with the results that you want. If you do that, you'll naturally act in ways to get the results you want. When it comes to building self-belief, when it comes to doing this, why you need to be delusional is because your current reality reflection your current life right now is just a reflection of your past, right? It's simply just a reflection of your past. And that is the result of it. So if you always try to predict reality like your brain wants to, you're always going to say, well, I'm poor still. I'm still stuck. I'm not good enough. No change is happening. Nothing is changing. But the reason why is because we haven't built a new identity and we haven't gave ourselves enough time for the new actions to produce new results, right? So we're always basing our results and where we're at based on what we can see. But what you can see is a production, a creation of your past self. And if you want a new life, if you want new results, you got to stop paying attention to the old self. So this is why you need to be delusional. This is why you need to start to go within and then focus on, okay, I need a new belief systems. I need to find a way to create new results in my life. Therefore, I need new actions, but I need to be consistent with my new actions. The only way to stay consistent with new actions is a new identity. Otherwise, you're going to self-sabotage, you're going to burn out, you're going to give up, whatever it may be. And the reason why is because if you don't change your identity, your nervous system cannot handle that next level. You make all this money, but you have limiting belief systems around money, that money is evil, money is hard to make, that it doesn't feel safe, it's not a welcoming thing, then naturally it's going to be rejected. We're going to push that out. We're going to push that away from us. Just how our body, how our brain works. So if you change your identity, you're going to start to change how you act, and then you'll start to change the results. This is why, again, you got to be delusional, because everybody else, they see you from where you're at right now. But also you should remember that everyone's opinions on you is just a projection of what they believe themselves. It's never personal. When people have things to say about why you should do something or if you can or cannot do something, you got to realize that is all just coming from their personal belief systems and they're projecting it upon you. It means nothing about you. They have no idea. And in fact, most of the people who have what you want will tell you that you can also accomplish what it is that you want. Why? Because they know. They believe it's possible. So it really does start with belief. But you have to be delusional, because there's going to be a period of time where you're going to question, like, Hayden, I'm doing the thing. I'm changing my identity. I'm changing my beliefs. I'm acting, but no results are coming. Of course not. Where you're at right now is a creation of years and years and years and years of habits and actions. So you got to give yourself time. You got to be patient. And this is where it comes down to, you got to do your job. Your job is state first, get into the right identity. So new thoughts, new emotions, new belief systems. Start to think differently. Start to feel differently about yourself. Start to believe differently about yourself. Because remember, beliefs are not solidified. Beliefs can change. And all you need to do is realize, okay, this is a belief system that is disempowering, which means I don't believe in myself. Let's say I think that the world is evil. I believe that success is for evil people. Well, I realize that this belief system isn't empowering. It's not going to help shape what I want. So now I can change it. Instead of continuing to buy into that and allowing that to influence my reality, I will change this belief because it doesn't serve me and who I want to become. It doesn't help me get better, right? And it's not a fact. It's not a universal truth. There's only a few actual universal truths, objective truths. Besides that, it is just a personal truth, which means it's been your personal experience, but it can change. So as soon as you change that belief, right, and you insert a new belief that's more empowering, then you're going to start to have new thoughts. You're going to start to feel better. You're going to then start to act differently. You're going to start to form a new sense of self, a new identity structure, and then now it's going to be on autopilot. So when it comes to me chasing my dreams, I have such delusional self-belief that I literally do not care what challenges occur in the middle of me and my goals, because I have such delusional beliefs that I believe that any challenge is meant for me to get to where I want to go. But when I see it that way, guess what? I don't stop. I do not let hard times stop me. I always find a way through. But it's all just a perspective. And that perspective comes from what I believe to be true about myself and the world. But if you don't believe in yourself and you hit these challenges over and over and over again, your old brain, the old identity, is going to take that as evidence as, I'm not on the right track. Things are not working out for me. Maybe I should quit. But the reason why is because that's just the ego, the protector of identity is the ego, trying to scream at you so you come back home to the comfort zone. So you collapse, so you don't change. But if you continue on, if you stay delusional, and if you do your part, which means let go of the how, the when, or the who, you will figure that out along the way. But if it's not here right now, it's not needed. You don't need to worry about it. Stay present, focus on your state, focus on your actions. Focus on your state, focus on your actions. Be delusional to what is in your current reality, because that's a reflection of the past. And as long as you do your part, you're guaranteed to get new results, because you will take new actions, which does produce result. It produces consequences. Okay? So that's number one. Number two is make the vision stronger than ever. I've gone through many challenges in my life. I've made over $1 million, and quickly after, I've lost every single thing. Okay, I've gone through relationships of 5 years that have completely went down the drain. I've gone and gave up so much to get to where I want to go. I have let go of so many things that were no longer aligned in my life, so I can create my dream, my vision. It is so unbelievably important to me. It's everything. But the reason why I was able to go through these challenges in life, these struggles, losing everything so I can create this new thing, the reason why I'm willing to do that is because my vision is so strong. It is such a deep anchor. It has such a deep emotional pull to it that I'm okay with going through that, because I know the vision weighs 1,000 pounds and these challenges weigh only 5 pounds. What I mean by that is that the vision is so strong and important to me that I don't care if I go through these challenges, because I know it's temporary, and I know that the vision is the payoff. When I get to my goal, my vision, the payoff is 10 times better. So I'm willing to go through those challenges, because I know that when I get there, it's going to be so unbelievably good that it's fine. I will go through the struggle. It's totally fine with me. So that's point number two, is create an emotional anchor to your dream. And you can only really do this if you genuinely believe you can accomplish the dream. But create an emotional anchor so strong that it pulls you towards it every day, that you visualize it, that you feel it, that you walk in it, and that you are willing to go through the journey to get there. Because remember, when you have delusional self-belief, you genuinely believe everything that's happening is happening for you to get to where you want to go. So that means that the bad, you turn into the good, right? You experience the bad, you go through the poverty, the struggle, the stress, so that way you can find a new way to make things work, new way to change things moving forward so you can make things better. Number three we have is an average day compounded. So here's how you can really predict if you're going to be able to accomplish your dream in the future. So what you want to do here is you want to take your average day when you're actually working on your dream. So if it's reading, if you're studying, if you're putting in the action steps, take your average day, compound that multiple times. Let's say 5 years from now. So you do this thing 5 years straight. That is your future. That is your future right there. So if you read those 10 pages a day, that's going to be multiple books that you're going to read over time. That's going to allow you to then look at things from multiple different angles to gather information much faster to create better and faster results. If you continue to post online, right now you might have 20 viewers, you might have 1,000 viewers. But if you continue to do that year after year after year, you're going to have a bigger audience. You're going to grow. So if you ever want to know if you're on the right track, if you really try to want to predict the results, look at your average day. Is your average day, if you compound that over time, is that going to allow you to grow? If so, keep going. Make the changes, adapt as you go. But that's a very easy, fast way to be able to kind of predict what your future is going to look like. Next is the perspective shift. So as you change your beliefs, you change your perspective. As you change what you believe, you change how you see things, which is a major cheat code to accomplishing your dreams. Because the thing that stops most people when it comes to their goals is the lack of self-belief. Because with lack of self-belief, they have more doubt, they have more stress, they have more struggle, all because they want this thing to happen so bad. They're so stressed and scared if it's going to happen or not. The person who believes that it's already happening, like when you wake up every day and it's like, okay, I'm guaranteed to have this $10 million in my account in the next 7 days. How are you going to walk up? How are you going to show up every single day? How are you going to act every single day? How's your attitude going to be every single day if you knew that was guaranteed? Now, that's the level of belief that I want you to have here. And you can have it. You can have it by reprogramming your mind. Because remember, beliefs are not solidified. They're not facts. They can change. So if you don't believe in yourself, it means that you can believe in yourself. If you don't believe it's possible, it means that you can believe it's possible. Same thing with confidence, right? Oftentimes people are like, well, I want to do this, but I lack confidence. You're never going to have more confidence in your life than you have right now, but you're just dipping your confidence bucket into something else other than yourself. What I mean by that is that you can be confident that you don't have confidence, but you're pretty confident about that assumption, about that opinion, about that belief. So then you can question, well, why am I so confident that I don't have confidence? Why not just be confident in myself? Oh, it's because there's no evidence. I didn't stick to my promises. I didn't put the reps in. I don't believe in myself, whatever it may be. Then you can actually start to change it. You don't need to stop there. You can change it and grow and become something more. So as you change your beliefs, your perspective on things change as well. And that makes the journey so much easier. Because before it felt like I needed to force my way and I would hope and pray that things would work. Now it's like, you know what? It's happening no matter what. It's happening. I'm exactly on the right path. I'm coming from the right state. I'm taking the right actions. So how that works is basically, remember the formula I mentioned where results come from actions, actions come from identity, identity is created through thoughts and emotions, which come from belief systems. All right. So if I want new results in my life, I need to take new actions over time. And the only way to do that, again, is if I change my identity, if I change my belief systems. So I know my goals are going to happen because every day I step into the version of me who has it all. And that version of me, that identity, acts in the right way to get what it is that I want. And again, there's that void period where at first there's not going to be much results. And that's okay. You got to give it time. You got to let the seed grow underground so it can grow into the beautiful plant, right? You can't keep digging it up and wondering, where's the results? When's it going to happen? You just got to trust. You got to trust and do your part. So as you change your beliefs, you will also change your perspective on things. And as you change your perspective on things, the journey gets so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So how to actually get started is number one is doing the dissection, changing the limiting beliefs that you have right now. It's not about doing more right now. It's about actually letting go. And some limiting beliefs that a lot of us have is our self-worth comes outside of us. So we need to do things in life to be worthy, right? That is a game of complete burnout. It's never going to be enough. Beliefs of like money is hard to make. Success is evil. Success isn't meant for me. I don't deserve success. These are all belief systems that I've noticed so many of my clients and so many people I talk to at a high level deal with that is limiting them in these boxes. Because remember, what you believe to be true, your brain will follow that as instructions. Your RAS, your reticular activating system, will filter out information that does not serve that belief system. So if you believe, for example, if your dream is to have $1 million, but you believe that money is evil and hard to make, or you're not deserving, you might have 100 opportunities a day to make more money all around you, but you cannot see it. And the reason why is because if our beliefs are not aligned with it, our brain will filter the information out. Think of like that red car or that car that you bought. You bought it before, you never really saw it much, right? You bought it, now you see it everywhere. That's because now it's safe, it's secure, it's ingrained, it's in your awareness. So your RAS is now filtering that in as well. It's finding it everywhere. So that's the first step, is doing the inner work, dissecting the old limiting beliefs. And remember that if it's not, most limiting or negative beliefs are not universal truths. They might have been a personal truth for you, which means you're genuinely experiencing that belief. You're genuinely dealing with that personal reality, but it doesn't have to be forever. That's just your brain doing its job. Your beliefs support you unconditionally. So change those beliefs, dissect them down. Really think about the person that you want to be. How does he or she think? How do they feel? What's their relationship around money, freedom, success? Okay, what do I believe about success right now? What do I believe about money right now? What do I believe about talking on stage right now if that's something that you want to do? Write all those down. Write all those beliefs that you have. And one by one, dissect the limiting beliefs that you have, insert the new empowering beliefs, give it time, find evidence for those new beliefs, and then continue to act off that. And in time, you will get new results and you will build that new identity that you need that will handle the next level of success in your life that you desire. Number two, Number 2 is understanding the power of your mind and reality creation. This one's super important because the more that you understand the stuff that I'm teaching you, the more confidence that you'll have in your life, the more understanding that you'll have over the big picture. So when you do go through challenges, because constriction is a part of growth, when you do go through that, you will flow through it much easier rather than getting stuck, self-sabotaging, or getting caught in an old pattern loop. So once you really understand how your reality is created, how the mind works, how the belief system works, when you really study this stuff, your confidence grows immensely and you will approach situations so much better, so much easier, and you will transform yourself so fast you'll become unrecognizable every 6 months, if not every 4 months. Next is, and I just suggest if you want to keep learning about this, keep watching my page, studying my page and my Instagram to keep learning about it. Next is work on yourself and set goals, set realistic goals. You don't want to be a backstabber. What I mean by that is that you don't want to be someone who says like, hey, it's January, I'm going to have this New Year's resolution, I'm going to go do this thing, and then you don't do it. Because the more and more that you don't do it, the more you become someone you cannot depend on. The more you become someone you do not trust. And with people you do not trust, you do not follow, you do not listen to, you do not respect. So you need to build that within yourself first. And the easiest way to do that, set realistic, tangible goals. Build a schedule, stick to your promises, daily, weekly, whatever it may be. One thing that's helped me so much is the gym. Building myself in the gym has built myself in real life. It has helped me develop myself as a person so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. The gym has helped me so much with developing my character. So work on yourself. Set little promises. Set little goals that you can go and accomplish. As you accomplish little goals, then you can accomplish bigger goals because now you have more trust in yourself to build that delayed gratification where it's like, you know what? The results aren't showing up yet, but I know that I've done this before. I've done things before, so I know that if I keep going, I'll probably be able to do this thing as well. As you do that, your delayed gratification time frame can expand, so then you can start to work on projects that are not just weekly goals, not just monthly goals, but year or 2 or 3 year goals. I had a goal that I recently hit not long ago that took me 3 years to accomplish. 3 years. And the reason why I stuck with it so much and I did everything possible is, again, delusional self-belief. And it was an income goal. So build yourself. Work on yourself. Become someone who is reliable, trustworthy, and build up your self-respect however you can. Lastly, or second last, is get around winners who think the same. Get around people who think the same because your environment plays such a massive role. I've never took advantage of this before in my past, and I wish I did. And it is dramatic. It causes a dramatic change. When I started surrounding myself around in mentorships and around people like retreats and business masterminds and stuff like that, my perspective changed completely. And I surround myself around these ultra successful people, and it has allowed me to change so much. They instantly show you a new way of thinking. Most people around us are playing the game of life to survive and not thrive. So you want to be very careful of who your environment. Same thing with telling people about your dreams and your goals. I had someone message me the other day and they're down and out because they told someone about their dreams and goals and their person didn't believe in them. And it's like, yeah, because that person doesn't believe in themselves. They're not living their dreams. So what do you think they're going to say when you tell them all these crazy things that you want to do and you don't have results yet? Honestly, it doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. Just go do it. Go make it happen. Who cares what that other person thinks? Again, they're only projecting on you what they believe about themselves. It's nothing personal. So get around winners. Get around people who think the same. And if you can't right now, fill your mind with YouTube videos and podcasts of winners who can share this stuff with you. It's kind of the same thing in a way. All right, just download all that information. Surround yourself with all that information. Lastly is continue to follow your path. Your path is your path. You have it inside you. You have a calling. You have passions. Follow those. Follow your passion. Do the things that you love. Trust in yourself that you're not dumb, that you're not crazy, that you're adaptable, that you can make things work, that you will do the things that you want and you will find a way to make it work. Follow those passions. Follow that journey and it will lead you exactly where you need to be. All right, guys, that is the training for today. If you like this training, if you got some benefit out of this training, make sure you do like and subscribe for more. I appreciate you so much. If you want to apply for coaching, if you need some help, you can click the link down below as well. But again, I thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next training.